Welcome back. Okay. I always get excited when our next guest is here. Welcome back to the show. Our next guest, our friend, is a theme park pro. She's the Obi-Wan Kenobi of theme parks. She's the Yoda of amusement and shares all of her adventures on her unbelievably successful social media channels. Welcome back to the show, our friend and yours, Molly McCormick. We call her Molly McAwesome.
Hi, Jason.
Oh, my God. First of all, how damn cute are you with your headphones? I just want to acknowledge.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good. I'm good. Gearing up for another adventure.
I can't wait. Okay, so normally, you know, Molly sometimes comes on here and talks about Disney, but this will be like the first segment where we're not going to talk about Disney at all, because we're going to talk about the oldest theme park, right, Molly? This is the oldest theme park in America, Knott's Berry Farm.
That's what they say. There's a lot of like hotly contested people claiming for the title, but Knott's claims they're the oldest theme park in the United States.
Okay, and correct me if I'm wrong, this was your first visit, right?
Yeah, we went a couple weeks ago and none of us had been before. Myself, my husband, Alan, and Max, the three of us in our company Mammoth Club, and we had never been, and we had the best time. Okay,
give me some highlights. What did you, because again, Molly's been to them all, I mean, and knows theme parks in and out. Give me like your roses, not the thorns yet, your roses here.
Okay, my favorite ride was Ghost Rider, which is the longest, tallest, and fastest wooden roller coaster in the West. It was at one point the biggest and best one in the country. And I haven't been on a true wooden roller coaster in 20 years. And I was laughing so hard because it's just like shaking you, and it's going so much faster than anything you expect a wooden roller coaster to. And it was so much fun. So that was my favorite ride for sure. And then obviously we ate a ton of fried chicken. And so many boysenberry treats. I'd never had a boysenberry in my life. And then we went there and got like 8 different treats out of the bakery case, and they were all phenomenal. But the best was a peanut butter and boysenberry jam cookie, and it was amazing.
Wait. What was that cookie again?
It was like a big soft peanut butter cookie, but it was stuffed with boysenberry jam.
Oh!
It was unreal.
Well, and we're looking at video, you know, here in the Twin Cities. We have fond memories of Camp Snoopy, because Camp Snoopy used to be what our amusement park in the Mall of America used to be until it turned into Nickelodeon Universe. So what's Camp Snoopy like at Knott's?
Camp Snoopy is very cute. It's your kind of kiddie area. There's tons of just kind of like classic kiddie carnival rides themed to the Peanuts characters. So there's little Tilt-A-Whirl, little Dumbo-style spinners, little Ferris wheel. You can also meet several of the Peanuts characters, and there's a little show where Schuster plays the piano and they dance and things like that. So it was very, very cute.
Okay, I lied. Now, I jokingly said we weren't going to reference Disney and all, but we kind of have to, because, you know, understandably, everybody watching, when they think of amusement parks, they think of the big ones. They think of, you know, Six Flags. They obviously think of Universal and Disney. Molly, not to put you on the spot, but was there something that Knott's did better or worse than Disney? Is there something like, whether it's a systems in place, like getting in, ticketing, ride queues, is there something that stuck out that Knott's either did better or maybe could work on, or take some tips from Universal or Disney?
I will say we all agreed part of the reason we had such a fun day is we spent the price for the Express Pass. They call it Fast Lane there, which would be like their version of Fast Pass or Express Pass or whatever you would call it at another park. It was more than our tickets to buy it, but we didn't wait more than 15 minutes or so for anything. And most rides on a Saturday in the springtime had well over an hour or 2 hour long lines. So on the one hand, it's much more expensive than purchasing the current skip the line system at Disney Genie Plus, but on the other hand, you purchased it and then you were just good for the whole day and you could ride whatever you wanted, whenever you wanted.
Because so I know you say the same thing that I say when people ask me advice for Diz or for Universal. Time is money. Time is money, and I know it's expensive, but if you are going in these summer months, whether it is Disney or Universal, don't you think, Molly, a great tip is try to budget in those express tickets, don't you think?
I think so, especially Disney. It's not near as expensive as some of the other parks. It's just a confusing system that they have right now. So we have tons of videos, shameless plug, we have one out this morning of how to use the system and how to maximize it. So you are spending that money, but you're getting your money's worth, or you're getting the most out of it. But yeah, I think trying to budget to stay at one of the hotels that gives you it for free at Universal or budgeted in at Disney, it breaks my heart when I know people go to these theme parks and then they ride like 4 things because they stand in several hour-long lines all day.
Absolutely, and it's not shameless. I will plug all day. If you need, seriously, if you're planning a trip, and if you're going to Disney or Knott's or Universal, you need to follow Mammoth Club. That's Molly's company. Follow her on social because she has the best, not just Disney, but Disney and Universal are specialties. When we come back, it's not just Knott's, it's not just Disney, and it's not just Universal. There's another park that you may not know that Molly recently visited. We'll talk to her about that when we come back. Back in a moment. Don't forget to follow Molly. Mammoth Club. Yes, we're talking about the prehistoric animal. That's right, Mammoth Club. And Molly McAwesome, too. And Molly's back with another. Hey, I wanted to ask, I shouldn't just assume people know, where is Knott's Berry Farm?
It's in California, about 15 minutes from Disneyland.
So not an easy drive from Disney.
Yeah, if you're already staying somewhere to go to Disneyland in that area, we were staying at a hotel walkable to Disneyland. It was about a 15-minute drive. Super easy to take a day trip.
Molly, maybe I'm teasing ahead to a future visit from you, but have you ever been to Dollywood? Just random question.
No, that's on our list. That is high on the list. I need to eat that cinnamon bread everyone talks about, and yes, Dollywood, it will happen at some point, for sure.
I may just stalk you on that trip. But I won't.
Yeah, come on down.
I'll just follow you quietly behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Molly just didn't go to Knott's Berry Farms. You recently went to Amazing Animals. Where and what is this?
So Amazing Animals, Inc. is a nonprofit in St. Cloud, Florida. It's about 45 minutes from Walt Disney World, and it is an animal rescue, and it is... I've known about this place for a long time, but they only do private tours. You can't like just buy a ticket and go. They only do private tours, and all the money goes back into the facility. And I'd wanted to go, but then they shut down for COVID and all the things. And so we finally got to go. And basically they have, it started as a reptile sanctuary because especially in Florida, a lot of people have illegal reptiles as pets. And then when they don't want them anymore, they just like, let them go, which isn't great.
No.
So they started being a safe place for people to turn in their animals, but they've expanded and they have all kinds of animals that have either been hurt or there's something wrong with them and they can't go back out into the wild. Their goal is always when they get animals, if they can, to put them back out in the wild. But if they can't, they give them a wonderful home for the rest of their time. So you can go. It's again a private tour, and our guide was amazing. She was so passionate, knew so much about the animals, and we got to pet capybaras, we got to feed sloths, we got to hold a snake. It was so fun, and it was such a special and completely different thing than what we normally do. I had the best time.
Molly, I love monkeys. Do they have a monkey?
They do. They have several different primates. They have actual monkeys, and then they also had some little cotton top tamarins, and they had a couple other cute lemurs and other primates and similar animals.
I know you shot it, obviously, but you know what just cracked me up watching your video while you were talking? That possum looked like you woke him up from like a hangover. That possum was like that.
Yeah, he was like annoyed by our presence.
It was like that possum had a hard night before Molly got there. It's like, what the hell am I doing here?
Yeah, the possums and the sloths, and it's really sweet because they're like, the sloths might not want to come out, they're lazy, they're sleeping, but they like took their time, as you can imagine, to like come out and get their little treat, and then they were feeding them corn, and the sloths were literally falling asleep as they were hanging there eating their corn. Like,
haven't we all fallen asleep, Molly, while eating?
I get it. You know what? You have a good snack, get
out. Yeah, and that's Molly. That's what, 45 minutes from Disney World?
Yeah. 45 minutes from Disney World, Amazing Animals, Inc. A private tour can be up to, I believe, 5 people, and then you can add on more for additional costs. But it was really, really fun and really special. See, like they had a hawk that had fallen, and its leg, like it couldn't stand up. It could only sit on its little butt, but it could still fly. But of course, a bird like that wouldn't live out in the wild. But So they do wonderful work to make sure these animals have a good home.
I love it. A good Disney alternative if you're watching and you're heading down to Florida for summer vacation. Molly, I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for having me again.
See you soon.
Bye.
Find Molly on Instagram by searching Molly McAwesome, and on YouTube, search for her company, Mammoth Club. Really quick, I have 15 seconds. I want to brag on her for a minute. What a great, and she's with her husband and her friend in the business, but what a great female entrepreneur. She did social media for another company, and that company knew that she was the most popular person. They were basically making a lot of money off of Molly, and Molly took a risk, went on her own, and started Mammoth Club, and it's going bananas. And I'm so proud of her. It's great. Mammoth Club, go support her. We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back in a moment, everybody.